যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায়, তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে। যদি আলো না ধরে, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে, যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে, তবে বজ্রা নলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে, আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।
Hi guys, thank you for joining the live stream. I am putting together a team now, finally. Although many people have been asking me to create a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group and stuff. I have been a little, to be truthful, I've been afraid of it, and I think legitimately so, because I've always worried that someone from some other thought viewpoints will join that group, advocate for violence, and all of us, or at least the guy who created the group or in whose name it is created, they will end up behind bars. But we'll have to take that risk now, and it will be as closely monitored as possible. And if we ever get wind of anybody seemingly remotely advocating for violence or illegal things, he or she will be kicked out of the group, of course. That's how we will have to tightly monitor it. So the group I'm trying to create, the team I'm trying to build, will of course firstly do real meetups, attend real events, and mainly join me in a project that I'm about to embark upon. I will discuss that as well. And also we will have a separate email ID, a separate Facebook account, a Twitter account, and multiple people in the group will have the password to that, so that we can go around debating and putting forth our viewpoints in every social media posts, in every social media platform. So what kind of people am I mainly looking for? I am looking for people who will never lose a debate with a leftist, and people who will never get defeated in a fight, physical fight. And we will discuss lawfare, how to protect yourself both physically and legally, what laws to keep in mind when you do get into a situation, why and how to keep calm, why you shouldn't be try to be a South Indian film hero in situations, what kind of threats might befall you if you do that. We will get through all of that in this group and in our team building sessions, essentially. And on our journeys to the projects I'm about to embark upon, we will of course discuss these things as well. Obviously no one's going to get paid for doing this, and I don't expect anyone to contribute to a sort of a group kitty or stuff, because that's the first thing right-wing groups usually do. A lot of people are in such groups. There are countless numbers of groups. We are not looking to do charity work. We are not going to be every now and then, for some specific occasion, we might raise some funds. That will be a specific thing. But to run our organization or group, we won't be requiring money. We will require your personal time to get to where we want, the physical place and stuff. That sort of a thing. I don't expect you to, don't want you to donate to a group kitty bag sort of a thing. And we don't intend to contest elections. We are going to be first and foremost mainly be a pressure group. I am tired of working with retards and listening to retards, and I have had enough of the Hindutva 1.0 horseshit. And it's not completely horseshit. They have gotten us still here, but the time for them to retire is now. And in order to make Hindutva 2.0 a reality, uh, discourse and talking from YouTube is, of course, a baby step, and it can go on. But how about accelerating things a little? And wait, I'll have to take a 2-minute break because my father's entering. ग्रुप ज्वाइन करने के टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस में लिख देना वो अर्णब चक्रवर्ती आई कैन राइट अ लॉट ऑफ टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस द people who want to do harm will do that. Challenger, yes, I expect you to join as well, and mainly people who are and want to read up as much as possible on a variety of topics, who are going to be actual intellectual powerhouses, will always go around debating. We need those sorts of people in under one umbrella. मकसद पूरा होगा. Yeah, the maksad is Hindutva 2.0, pushing for self-defense reforms, decolonizing self-defense laws, defeminizing our judiciary and the marriage laws, etc., temple freedom, reducing taxes, reducing freebies. In all of these topics, we will go around debating people, arguing with people, putting forth our views, creating posts, etc. No matter who the person, who the political party, we will be attending we will be there in their social media handles, and wherever they are invited to speak and stuff, whether it's a university or a political platform, I expect our members to be present there and question them and push them further into these directions. Okay, we have to destroy their complacency with being a socialist. Okay, that's one of the key goals here. একটা নতুন ইউটিউব চ্যানেল খোলা উচিত, আপওয়ার্ডের মতন অনলাইন ডিবেটও করা. অনলাইন ডিবেট ক্যান হ্যাপেন অন মাই চ্যানেল. আই এম নট গোয়িং টু ওয়ার্ক ফর ফ্রি ফর 4,000 hours and hope that channel gets some views. Is there any space for expertise in a specific thing, or it has to be overall? No. We need expertise in specific things. Law, economics, video editing, camera work. If all of that is in-house, people who can bring their own cameras, people who can edit really cool stuff, all of their services will be expected for free. If not, if we don't get such people, then fair enough, we will hire someone to do it. We will try to crowdfund that stuff. Let me mute right now. Let my father leave the room. Yeah, hi. Navniti Singh, we should also encourage soft Hindutva propaganda. We are not going to be encouraging vague statements like we must do this, we must do that. Suggest specific pathways, okay? Now, explain to me, how can we specifically encourage soft Hindutva propaganda? Soft Hindutva is a vague term. Soft Hindutva propaganda is a vague term. Encouraging soft Hindutva propaganda is also a vague term. How do you expect us to do it, or expect anybody to do it? Do you think we can get a meeting with Srijit Mukherjee and tell him, sir, please do soft Hindutva propaganda? We are not going to be doing Randirona, and we have no time for being a accurate representation of Hindu community and stuff. We are not going to be insanely flexible just so that we have a lot of connections and ground level presence and stuff. We are going to be standing for very, very fixed stances on law and society, and we expect results from everybody, especially the party that pretends or at least claims to be closest to our viewpoints. Okay, we don't care if our organization does not survive for 1,000 years. I don't give two shits if our organization does not survive for 1,000 years or 100 years or 200 years. Okay, we will stand for something. If we don't stand for something, we will fall for anything and every fucking thing, and that's what happens to organizations who want to survive for 1,000 years. We have no enmity with organizations, of course, who have survived for hundreds of years and thousands of years. Okay, no problem. Let them be the accurate representations of Hindu community. We don't want to do just charity and garibol ke liye khana, kambal, etc. We want results right now. Okay. What about your party, Dada? The things I wanted to do with that party are basically these things. I'm just redressing it. Dada, আমার একটা clarificationটা করে দাও. Yeah, Neon, say, Dada, I'm quite confident in being formidable when it comes to debates, fair enough, but self-defense is a bit tricky since I'm recovering from some surgeries. Being honest, is this going to disqualify me? No. As if I'm going to find everyone who's a great debater and can handle any themselves in any physical situation. No. I'm saying that's a goal. That's the kind of people I'm looking for, in the sense that I want them to become that as soon as possible. Okay. Honestly, Juganta 2.0 is a better name. I don't personally feel a fire in my heart hearing that name. So, regarding your friend, did he break up or was he up? He broke up and he has insane cases against him. One of the accusations is absolutely hilarious, and every time mutual friends and I are discussing that case, we are laughing our balls out because the accusation is that he has kicked that girl in her ears. Okay, the guy is so fucking unfit. It would be a miracle if he ever was able to kick anybody on their ears. Okay, so those are the kinds of cases he's facing right now. He just came out of the lockup. Ram Rishabh, Choti Diwali ke shubhkamnaएं. Yes, you can do online debates. Yes. Okay, is he rich? Not exactly. He comes from a lower middle class family, but he might be able to afford a nice, good enough lawyer. He hasn't so far because he was being guided by well-meaning idiots. Maybe he will not anymore. I'm tall and working out and trying to get stronger and not a fat fuck incel types. Fair enough. Good enough. Okay. I hope people from other cities also become members to be the online face of it. And if you want to create a CSK Vanguard team, physical team in other cities of the country as well, push the same narratives and demands from your local politicians, local intellectuals, you're free to do that as well. What I'm looking for is go to literature festivals, which are more frequent in other states than in West Bengal and Kolkata. You all have a better chance to be face to face with such people. For example, if you are face to face with Sandeep Sanyal, Desai Deepak, Anand Ranganathan, or the intellectuals who are directly associated with BJP, like Guru Paswan or people like them. Okay, any chance you get, I expect you guys to ask them, when are you ending reservations? Why the fuck not? When will you decrease taxes? When will you completely demolish these idiotic labor laws? When will you change these women-focused laws? When will you give us the right to own firearms? If you disagree with these stances, then you are not a part of the group. Okay, I can't. There's going to be no room for debates on whether these stances are even a right thing to ask or not. If you agree with these stances, only then join this. Okay. Otherwise, I'm not going to be interested in that true representation of a Hindu society and stuff. That I've been training MMA for 2 years and reading, and reading the books of Sitaram Goel, JSD. Bhai, tum to Savarkar ke ideal Hindu ho hi. And some leftist writers too. Obviously, exactly, you are the ideal guy. You all have to listen to WLF discussions, Wayanad Literature Fest. I see. ये क्या बहुत हास्य रस वाला literature festival है क्या? I think this is not a case of money, but of vendetta. Yes, yes, it's a pure vendetta thing. Sarvda, CSK is College Street, Kolkata. BRB rewinding to check out what it is. Yeah. We need real Dalit and tribal faces who actually actively. We don't need anything. The criteria is this. If we end up finding Dalit and tribal faces who agree with us, fair enough, good enough. We are not going to do reservations inside our group. Policy formation কি করা হবে আমি expert ওসব বিষয়. Great. I expect you to join us. Okay. Now tell me, how do we start this? With a WhatsApp group or Telegram group? I don't have a Telegram handle. I'm not exactly sure why Telegram is preferred by a lot of you guys. Why do you all keep saying create a Telegram group and not a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group and stuff? Okay, explain that to me. Does it have more privacy? Because of that, do you guys say it? Then probably yes. The other one of my best friends is a martial artist. He is short but like a bull and very strong. Same ideology like me. Can I try to get him to join? Obviously, but ask him if he agrees with us on at least these basic issues: self-defense, reservation, taxes, labor laws, and judiciary. Rand Dawson totally became like Patrick Buchanan. I don't know who Rand Dawson is. Then this is going to be a long battle. Yeah, it is, and his bail got rejected once. He got the bail on the second attempt, so it's going to be a 4-5 year battle at the minimum now. My vote for WhatsApp. Okay. Dada, but will SC, ST, OBC support ending reservation together? Not my fucking problem. Discord or Telegram, much more privacy, not tied to phone number. Oh, I see. So guys, tell me, Discord or Telegram? I'll have to understand their interface now, but it has to be done. Telegram, you don't have to share phone numbers. Nice, nice. That's a great thing. That's censorship. Great. Okay, Telegram then. But can people learn on the go? Learn what? Guys, if we do on Telegram, since this is going to be a group where we actually meet each other, so I'll need your phone numbers anyway. So Telegram might not be beneficial for that reason. Okay. Do all of y'all have WhatsApp? I know some one or two weirdos who don't use WhatsApp even today for some reason. Um, I will need your phone numbers because first of all, the project I'm about to embark on, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Secondly, we expect each other to stand for each other as well. Like if your house is getting attacked and stuff, if you have a problem in your house, if your mom is sick, your grandmother needs to be rushed to a hospital, we expect each other to do those things as well. Okay. It's not going to be just focus groups. It has to be a closely knit, well-bonded brotherhood as well. That will be there as well. Google Meet links can work for meets. Telegram can be used for communications. Okay. No, but real meetups, as in we'll have to meet up in a place physically as well. WhatsApp is the platform. Cannot not have it. Yeah. Looks like mini RSS. Yeah. Only difference would be that we will have non-negotiables, a bunch of non-negotiables. Okay. And we're not going to be doing Kumbal and reservations inside the party. Zoom for meetups. Yeah, those sorts of meetups for the when we do meetups with the rest of the members of the country, of course. But for now, it has to start from Kolkata as well, immediately as soon as possible. For that, I need phone numbers. The phone number is not a problem, but WhatsApp has a limitation of users per group. Does it? I'm there in WhatsApp groups which have 200, 300 people. I don't think we are right now going to break the barrier of 200, 300 people. Be liberal, promote true libertarian principles, read or at least hear and philosophy, and be physically strong, and know why your country is awesome, why your country's past is awesome, and why you need to conserve it. Our ideology is ideally called national libertarianism, as termed as named by Vivek Ramaswamy. WhatsApp or NEERAJAN? Yeah, because ultimately I will need phone numbers, but we can share numbers if need be. If someone does not want to, then it's okay. Discord has a feature of creating room where we can talk without you as well on voice. Slevin, I'm talking about phone numbers compulsory because I don't want this to be again an anonymous group. Because the problem with anonymous groups is people keep coming up with suggestions which are insanely far-fetched or insanely vague, that we must do this, we must do X. Those sorts of useless suggestions are going to be a waste of time. So I need people who will say, let's do this so that we can do this. Okay, direct suggestions. Hindu nationalist minarchism. Yes, national libertarianism is that in India's context. Someday the Bonge Shatrantrabadi Dal will rise again. Yes, we must know each other. Yes. Telegram plus Proton Mail till the first meetup. After a round of vetting, we can move to WhatsApp. I'm thinking that the very first move will be to meet up. A phone number is not a problem. Okay, let's see some other comments which I missed when I was giving the basis. Rajashri Singh, bhai tomar mone hoy na je ekhon movies e আর কোনো ভালো রক ব্যালাড সংস বানানো হয় না? সন্দীপ রেড্ডি ভঙ্গা আবার কিছু রক ব্যালাড দিয়েছে, কিন্তু ইটস নট এনাফ। প্রি 2010 was peak time of rock. I think, yeah, the Animal rock ballad is so good that I can't. I almost want to disagree with you that there aren't good rock ballads right now. But I thought you were talking about Tollywood, so Tollywood rock ballads are gone case. Ami achi Satyik, great. Dada, I have been okay. Let's see some previous comments. We need to spread the word far and wide. Yes, win all debates is where I am stuck at. Fair enough. You learn with us, of course. There are techniques. Remember, Ryuku, the thing with debates, especially when debating a leftist, is never have this assumption or presumption or even this premise that you are trying to change the mind of that leftist, unless it's a well-meaning friend or a family member and stuff. In these situations, you can at least hope to have that. But in most cases, don't go for that. Debates are a spectator sport where how much beatdown you give to your opponent in the debate convinces the audience. So there are techniques to do that. ग्रुप ज्वाइन करने पे टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस, फुटबॉल क्लब बना रहे हैं, ডিবেট এন্ড প্রেসার গ্রুপ বানা रहे हैं, মেন প্লাগ নষ্ট হয়ে আছে, এখন চার্জ যাচ্ছে songs fire finally hit like button. Also we need men's rights activist groups that protect them from fake and false accusations. Neon, activists can't protect people from fake and false accusations. What we can do is get them in touch with lawyers at best. Maybe do a fundraiser, maybe ask our viewers and stuff to contribute to their cause, to their predicament. That's all we can do. We are not going to be doing michil, we are not going to be doing processions and stuff. कोई showmanship का भाषणबाजी नहीं. We'll do only real actions which get real results. So let's say right now you come to me with a similar problem that you are facing a men's rights issue. I will get you in touch with my lawyer, who's a fucking pit bull. If you want your own lawyer, fair enough, you go ahead with them. We'll do a fundraiser from our channel, from our groups. We'll post everywhere. That's the kind of thing we'll do, okay? We won't be doing halla in front of your ex-girlfriend's house. Police is like, okay. Dada, any safeguards to protect against external interference of certain kinds? It's not going to be foolproof, Rishabh. It can't be. Like, let's say, even if you are in the group, we'll never know when one fine morning or the night before you got a call from our homies in the other parties and they expect you to betray us and say something insane in the group, and then all of us get screwed. So it's not going to be fully safe. But the phone numbers help. The lack of anonymity helps in that regard as well, so that the specific guy who says that horse shit, which will be one of the main reasons, main ways to get us screwed, we will just say, this fucker said this, go ahead as that guy. So I'm more inclined towards a WhatsApp group right now. Maybe we can budget how much different legal strategies will cost. Yeah, even that can be done. Legal strategies, so in the case of my lawyer, you just sit with him for one conference that will cost some 5,000 or a little less, and you can talk to them. Probably all of us can pool some money together just to pay for that one conference, and then he can get a rough estimate that how long will the case go on and how much will it end up costing them, etc. How do we ensure any aliens don't interfere? Yeah, that's the main concern, which we can't fully ensure, okay? I think it's best if we know and meet each other at least before we fully trust everyone. But see, Eon, even that first step is not going to be fully safe, right? Let's say today I say, meet me at this spot. How do I know that one guy from Telmuri Chanachur is not attending that just to say insane things and record stuff, insane stuff being said, and then put that up somewhere? So even the first step is as unsafe as the rest of the steps. So we will have to take that leap. So therefore, the best way to do that, I think, is start with a WhatsApp group where we know, at least we are transparent with each other, that this is my phone number. So if anyone of us does something insane, we can blame it on that guy. And as for recording and stuff, we will have to make sure none of that happens when we discuss. We sit down in a room and stuff. We will have to make sure none of that is taking place. We will maybe give that responsibility to 2 or 3 guys in the group to make sure that all of our phones are set somewhere else before we sit to discuss, because that discussions have to be safe spaces. I think winning debate is not that hard, especially in India, where merit is a rare gem. The pretentious knowledge of leftists will fall flat. Yeah, good lord, yes, pretty much. Also, Discord, you can connect to YouTube as well. You can share voice chat on YouTube like Teams or something. No, but too much anonymity. I want phone numbers. Would there be an official X which will corroborate? Yeah, yeah, Arnab Chakraborty. Yes, we will have a separate email ID, separate Facebook and Twitter handle and Instagram handle that is associated with that email ID, and multiple people will have access to that, so that we are very, very active. And not everyone will have access to that. People who are exceptionally good at specifically the English language or the Hindi language or the Bengali language, and are great at debating and have specific niche subjects that they are experts at, like Rishabh is great at economics and stuff. Those people will be given the ID and password. Would we go on to debate college students as well? I would love to. I'm not sure about the logistics of it. How do we go about doing that? That will require, first of all, you are not allowed to enter any and every college. Maybe we can organize a debate and stuff. That's an elaborate process that will be down the road. But right now, you can probably enter at least JU, right? So let's say 10 of us, 15 of us go to JU and try to debate random people. That is possible. We will have to bring a camera guy with us. We'll have to pay him for the day. Avengers assemble. Yeah, pretty much. Remember, তারা 10 লাখ জানোয়ারদের ছেড়ে দিয়েছে অনলাইনে. Quantity is not always a quality, okay? I invite people to this channel. We don't need to follow any Western thing. Whatever is correct can be formulated in Indic concepts. That ANCAP group. Do a tiered structure. Telegram, Discord for unverified. WhatsApp can be the trusted channel. I'm not interested to interact with any unverified or anonymous people because they will suggest pointless things. क्योंकि anonymous जब कोई होता है, faceless जब कोई होता है, उसका टेल बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है. तब वो खुद को नरेंद्र मोदी से बड़ा जीनियस समझने लगता है, बड़ा पॉलिटिशियन, बड़ा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर समझने लगता है और ऐसे सजेशन देता है जिसका कोई पॉइंट नहीं है. No anonymity in this project. Challenger, what did Challenger say? We can be classical liberal plus cultural conservatism. Classical liberalism itself contains free market. अरे नेम छोड़ो, national libertarianism नाम हो गया. And the name से भी बड़ा है stances. You can call yourself classical liberal, folk liberal, or rock liberal, anything. Do you agree with the stances or not? That's enough. And you have to be physically fit. And you have to keep getting fitter and fitter and fitter. There are actually few people in the group can also be offended suddenly for any random thing and leak everything. We will discuss only those things which, even if are leaked, won't be a problem. That is the way we are going to do it. We are not going to be saying that, let's say, you know, that female politician, she's so ugly, and then live in the fear that what if this gets leaked. We are not going to be encouraging all those sorts of things. We will only say things. Just presume that some asshole is going to take a screenshot of it. Assume that Amit Shah, Narendra Modi, Mamata Banerjee is reading your texts. We will only talk that way, and then come up with good ideas. These will be the checks and balances, okay? BRB, this few minutes to simp a little. First, join members only. Also, I think if you enforce anything, there can't be an exchange of any idea. The exchange of ideas will be under these premises. Okay, if you don't agree with the fact that with my claim that yes, we need easy access to guns, then don't come to the group. If you believe that yes, we need easy access to the to guns, then you can join and then say, okay, this is the degree of background checks I want. Or you can say, I don't want any background checks. You can say, I don't want air 15s to be easily accessible. Or you can say, I want air 15s to be accessible. We will have exchange of those sorts of ideas. But after you agree that yes, we need much more lenient gun laws, we cannot be libertarian though. What do you think we are discussing? All the points I have so far discussed are completely libertarian. Challenger, don't take the definition of libertarianism from Ajay Malla Reddy. I keep on telling you. Would there be an official exam? Yeah, there will be. I think transparency will negate any wrongdoing by any member. Exactly, Buxman. Aadhaar card verification before joining. That's a good idea. Pehle group bana lo, then you'll find out what overall ideology. Ideology, so these are the stances. I'm not going to move away from that. Then I'm going to be bored and not put in my time. I'm not going to be furthering a case with which I don't completely agree. We, all of us, already do that for RSS, BJP, and maybe if a lot of you all are कांग्रेस सपोर्टर्स. तो और कितना भाई एडजस्ट 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 लड़े. तो अब फिक्स्ड चीजें डिमांड करते हैं. इनवाइट पीपल टू दिस चैनल. जेयूते टीएमसी माकोगुलो कहलाता है. यस दे विल. What we can do is we can bring our lawyer with us for that day. We can pool some money, just pay him for that day to come with us. And people will, of course, fear and they will have to fear before beating us up if there's a lawyer present. And the more the women join, the better, so that we can easily counterfile molestation cases if any harm befalls us. Students for Liberty, do you know they already exist for college campuses? Want to collaborate? No. If they want to collaborate in some way for some specific event, they can. I'm not going to be going around asking other groups to please join. Came earlier in your show as Gamcha Man, might be able to provide some insight on agriculture situation in India, currently doing PhD. Great. We will then hope to have you to discuss how to go about, or to what degree should we change the farm laws, and how to ensure farmer prosperity without listening to socialist kisan netas. That's what I would expect you to contribute on. Any plans to create a sinking fund for this initiative? No. SFL isn't even active like SFI, plus I've rarely seen a clip of them debating on ground. Would this group be providing resources to help members get physically? This has been actually, I'm confused. This has been actually my dream for 1 or 2 years. I have been thinking of creating a fitness group, but since not most of my viewers are not from Kolkata, not from South Kolkata, since I'm from South Kolkata, therefore I've never found a way to bring that to fruition. I'm not going to be working out on Zoom. It would be best if we worked out together. It would be fantastic. But that's not what you are really asking. I'm saying that I wanted to do it this way as well. But yes, in terms of advice and stuff, of course. Resources, of course. Suggestions, of course. It's going to be a very much a learning group as well. For example, this guy. I have no clue about agricultural laws. I just know they are socialist as fuck. And I know socialism is bad. I know the gist of it. But I don't know the nitty-gritties at all. So I will be learning a lot from him. Kabuch mar diya with discarding anonymous accounts like mine. Yes. Anonymous nahi chalega kuch bhi. Dada, despite considering myself a right-winger, I still suffer from some sort of inferiority complex, like how right-wingers support social hierarchy, etc. How to get rid of these thoughts? Arjo or Orja. Are you a girl whose name is Orja Chatterjee, or are you a boy whose name is Arjo Chatterjee? Anyway, why hierarchies are inevitable. You should not be hoping for hierarchies, and you should not be hoping to dismantle all hierarchies. Societies do not function without hierarchies. That does not mean hierarchies should be made so that society functions great. No. You have to let society go on its own, let things occur organically, and then you'll see hierarchies take place anyway. When they do take place, don't go around trying to bring them down. That's the thing with hierarchies. I want to join the group. I try to be fit, fair enough. I am unemployed, so I'm working hard to learn skills. Great, you'll be able to give us more time then. Dada, can we keep a subscribers meet up some days? That will start with this group only, Abhinav, now. Subscriber meetup, I will be interested when I'm in Kolkata. Yeah, I can give inputs on... Exactly, this guy's from ISI. Our statistics bro. Dada, what do you think of small caliber gun just for protection of home and family? Absolutely, absolutely. I'm 100% in favor of it. I'm a boy. So Arjo Chatterjee. Okay. Equality is not equal to fair treatment. Yes. Your birth is not equal in terms of the family, the cultural capital, social capital, economic capital you were born with. Your effort is not the same. Your IQ is not the same. Your childhood nutrition was not the same. So how do we expect each other to be in the same station in life? So fuck equality. And we will be saying these things to politicians and intellectuals, no matter how right-wing they are, okay? Oh, and free speech. Guys, on free speech, we will be advocating for complete free speech, except for call for violence. With in the sense that we will be calling for abolition of any and every law that curbs free speech, because a lot of people, including Desai Deepak, say that let's keep the 295A because that's the last resort of Hindus who get offended at when somebody hurts their sentiments and stuff. But you see, that law is hardly ever used by Hindus. Firstly, the other side does not need laws. You know that, right? They don't need laws to harm you if they are actually offended. Secondly, when they don't want to harm you, when they want to take the easier route, then they will use the law against you. And against whom? It's going to be rarely used against Desai Deepak. It's going to be used against some random poor Hindu to harass them. You are never even going to use that law. You're just giving them a weapon to harass you. So, no weapons. We want a society where everyone is legally free to offend anyone, but doesn't, just because it's a bad thing to do. I think we need to articulate our take on hierarchies as well. The left puts forth an ideal condition and then argue. Yes, fuck their premises. Whenever you are debating a leftist, start with questioning their premises. And not just questioning for winning the debate's sake. Question because it's probably a fucked up premise, like the hierarchy thing. Defamation is not free speech. Defamation, and see, let's say I say in general that Adani and Modi's friendship, this reeks of crony capitalism. You are probably not going to be sued for defamation if you say that. Or even if you are, you'll probably be harassed a little. You'll have to pay up a bunch of money to a lawyer, and then you'll be going scot-free. But if you say that Adani gave 100,000 crores to Narendra Modi, if you say that sort of a thing, that's not free speech, that is actual defamation, then you deserve to go to jail without any proof if you say those things. Free speech absolutism without violating national defense. How do you violate national defense with free speech, Neon? Do you mean you give out national secrets and stuff? A person who knows national secrets is legally bound to not tell them anyway, because I don't know any national secrets. People who know national secrets are senior politicians, raw IB people, and army officers. Okay? They are legally bound to not say those things in public anyway. What is your view on Pashubali, given that you are a vegan and relatively a rationalist? My view is this. Most Indians are non-vegetarians anyway. Society is, for some reason, going further and further towards meat eating. So why would I screw with a devout Hindu who is probably vegetarian on the other days and then does Pashubali on one day, or is not vegetarian anyway and does Pashubali also? And what would be the reason to screw with them? He's killing a goat. The meat of that goat is not going to be thrown in the drain. Even if he threw that meat down the drain, some germs and insects would have a gala time eating it. In a country where mutton is being consumed by millions every day, I don't see any point to screw with Pashu Bali at all. I'm not opposed to Pashu Bali for that reason. From a broader personal standpoint, yeah, I hope that someday most Indians who are not into a lot of physically laborious jobs like being an athlete or uh, rickshaw puller who can't really afford meat all that much, if your task is that physically demanding, I don't expect you to go vegan or vegetarian. But I hope all of everyone else stops eating meat. But since that ideal scenario is not happening anytime soon, I don't see any reason to oppose Pashubali. Um, that's the same with firecrackers as well. I absolutely disagree with Desai Deepak when he says that firecrackers are great. My dogs have so much fun. I think he's lying because it says something about his stance on these things. Just a few months back, when India won some big match, uh, a bird selling shop in nearby my house, each and every bird died of heart attack because of firecrackers. So no, all animals get scared of firecrackers. But again, uh, first of all, we are going to be talking about firecrackers only on Diwali, not on the other days. So it's again an excuse only to excuse to harass Hindus. Okay, so it's not an honest conversation. So I'm going to be in favor of firecrackers, and in terms of your pets at home getting feeling a lot of fear because of firecrackers, hug them tight for that evening. Don't go around bursting firecrackers yourself. That's what I have been doing. That's what my parents have been doing ever since we started having dogs in 2011. Every Diwali and Kali Puja night, it means we are sitting together, closely huddled with our dogs because they are shit fucking scared of firecrackers. And that's 2 days. And when India wins a match, that's other days as well. But the harassment of Hindus will be only be on Kali Puja and Diwali. So why should I care about that? As for assholes on the streets tying up firecrackers on the bodies of dogs and stuff, that's a separate crime altogether. That's like not having guns again. You are not going to be able to prevent that by completely banning firecrackers. They will find some other ways to harass that dog anyway because they are psychos, officially psychos, who get joy from seeing the suffering of an innocent animal. To prevent that, you prevent everyone else from bursting firecrackers. That seems like a very weird thing to do. So I'm in favor of firecrackers for that reason. Even small babies and newborns do get scared of firecrackers, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. But my neighbor's dog comes along, which when we burst crackers, I've never seen it flinch. Pretty out of the ordinary. A lot of people think their dogs are really happy at firecrackers because they bark. They are not happy. They are just very pissed off. They want to. They are like scolding the firecrackers. Okay. We need a concrete list of views that are non-negotiable. Otherwise, it would be hard for someone to make up their mind if they want to join. Yeah, I've given a rough numbers of things. These are my non-negotiables for now. If other things, other topics come up, we will have as much a libertarian stance on them as possible anyway. But those will be later. For now, you have to agree upon these things. I think we should promote writing and publishing articles as well. What do you mean by promoting? No vague suggestions, please. Tons of videos on internet where dogs are enjoying. How do you know they are enjoying? Not many people articulating. Yeah. By the way, your articulation might be bad, your arguments might be bad. All those things will be sorted out because when we do our meetups, we will argue with each other. We will do role plays. We will pretend to be a leftist and debate with each other. So that will bring a shine to your debating skills and writing skills as well. As for encouraging, maybe that's what you call encouraging. So fair enough. That's how we will encourage. We will, of course, ask people to write 1,000 things, 1,000 small posts on Twitter, big posts on Facebook pages, small, even smaller posts on Instagram all day. So we will be encouraging. We will be wanting you to do that anyway. Okay. If we are successful in creating a group, we can even share our networks. Networking is yeah. Hence phone numbers, not anonymous accounts. So Jitraj is saying have discussions on broad topics with group, but fight debating people with people external from group for very few selective topics. If too many topics are taken from taken, then might be no substantive. Sudhir Raj, our priorities are a few particular things, not everything. We are not going to be face to face with Yogi Adityanath and question him on, sir, why did you allow the F1 circuit to get screwed? Why did you do that? When Goa is having a Formula 3 or Formula 4 event, how could you do that? Do you think F1 fans are assholes in the country? Or are you harassing them? Or are you allowing people to harass F1 fans just because they are richer? So those are not going to be our priority lists. So this is for people who are currently in India, right? No, the online CSK Vanguard group is for anybody in the entire universe. For physical activities, yes, people who are in India. And if you want CSK Vanguard physical team in the West, that would be great as well, because then you can go to gatherings of those Hindu organizations in the West, run by people like those Hindu America Foundation and stuff. You can go there and ask for these same demands. Okay, go there and say, you all have connections with India, or maybe we can think of America specific Hindu topics as well. F1 left just before 2014, by the way. Yeah. But why isn't it getting rejuvenated? He wants $1 trillion economy. You have a semi-finished F1 track now. Why are you letting it go to waste? Will you create a Substack Medium account for your articles? I won't be writing any articles. I will be writing a book pretty soon, so I won't be having time to write a Substack. But if any of our members are that good writers, who write so much that they have time to write on Substack after Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, go ahead. We will create an account there and they can write there. Priorities: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Full-fledged media company, yeah. Dada, I have a question. I'm curious. Are you planning to raise some funds to establish your channel as a podcasting channel for policy discussions, bringing experts? No. If it is online, yeah, Polymerist. It is online as well. But we will need real phone numbers, okay? That's one criteria, one non-negotiable criteria, because we don't want anonymous people who will screw with us. Dada, what about a future think tank? This is a think tank. This is how think tanks operate. We are just a think tank who also knows how to physically defend themselves. कमर पे शस्त्र, सीने पे शस्त्र. I'm all for social media posts and promotions. आजकल marketing ऐसे ही होता है, but we have to not make a joke out of our movement like the LPI people did with their odd Twitter posts. A lot of their posts probably came across as odd because of the bombasticness of Ajay Malla Reddy, and he thinks that gets him eyeballs, so fair enough. We are not going to do eyeballs things, of course. We want real results right now. We are mainly not a political party. No, they are a political party. So they need attention for attention's sake. We are a pressure group. We will be pressuring intellectuals and politicians. Anyone who gives lip service to things with which we seemingly agree and then actively opposes that, we will be countering them. For example, Kushal Mehra. You all know I have probably 99% agreements with Kushal Mehra, right? But then he says, I'm a libertarian, but reservations must go on. We will be going to his channel and asking these questions repeatedly. Explain further. He gives a counter question. Our groups will be online when Kushal Mehra is doing his live stream. Maybe we will be feeding each other counter arguments and pushing further. Why are you in favor of reservations? He will give another argument. You will come up with again further counter arguments from 5-6 people in the group and ask him a further follow-up question again. Those sorts of things. Lip service और भाषणबाजी का अंत हमको चाहिए अभी, okay? अभी के अभी. He then is saying dogs can be conditioned to firecrackers, but it is unfair to expect every dog owner. How do you condition dogs to be loving to or not fearful of firecrackers? Do you burst firecrackers in front of them when they are a puppy? Dogs in security forces? Yeah, dogs in security forces are a different thing. They go through a lot of torture, and maybe that's a good thing because so many human lives are saved by sacrificing that dog, and it's all against their wishes anyway. That dog officially can't consent. But in terms of pets, no. And even people in the army are way more qualified, way more trained than us. So why do we expect our dogs to be as or have the same lifestyle as dogs in the army. Dada, will you create F1, etc.? Um, Rohit Shinde, S. Rajagopalan, etc. Many free market enthusiast economics are in Substack. It's must now for article dissemination. I personally don't know anyone who reads Substack, so I'm not interested in that. But if anybody writes, we can reach a niche audience as well. Hindutva Libertarian Pipeline, yes. Namaste, Milton. First step at a time, you plan for more than 6 months. First step is we create a WhatsApp group by tomorrow or day after. And I'm going to be embarking on a project which I'm going on saying that I'll discuss in a few minutes, but itne badhiya prashna aa rahe hai to I'm getting a chance to clarify so many things कि मैं वो बोल नहीं पा रहा हूँ. I will discuss that in another few minutes, okay? तो वो प्रोजेक्ट में हम नवंबर को ही निकलेंगे. I'll be going to many places, but I'll be starting with one specific place. It's a half mafusil, half village sort of a place where we will go with our camera and mic team and create 30-40 minute documentaries. It's going to be Bengali because it's in Bengal. So so for now it's going to be Bengal focused, but if anyone wants to do a similar thing in their city, go ahead, create your own funds, create your own groups, go ahead with that. It's going to be organic, ground up, and there's going to be no central funds. So the project is, I'm planning to go to a particular place. I'm not saying that right now. I'll be saying that when the time comes, when the group is ready, when all the logistics are ready, etc. We will be going there with a camera guy, with one or two mics, talk to villagers in that village, panchayat members, the local MLA, the opposition party as well, no matter who is the MLA from which party and no matter who the opposition is. We will try to talk to both of them and see what are the real, let's say, points of satisfaction of the people in that village and what are the points of dissatisfaction, what do they expect to happen, etc. And they are going to be 30-35 minute, 40 minute, at max 40 minute, beautiful looking, cool as fuck travelogue documentaries. We are going to be shooting the journey, we are going to be recording our discussions during the travel, and then when we talk to villagers, random villagers, panchayat people, and MLAs, etc. All of that's going to be shot really beautifully and edited really beautifully and put up. For that, I intend to crowdfund. Let's see what happens. Any way to create capital except for donations? I don't want to ask people to donate right now. Therefore, I'm not heading in that direction. আমি দিল্লিতে থাকি, so Kolkata field a meetup, yeah. And you can start creating a similar physical meetup group, CSK, Vanguard in Delhi as well. How about an Indian Center for Libertarian Nationalism? What is that? What do you mean by how about an? Do you mean I must change the name? So in terms of changing the name, no. The name must be College Street Kolkata centered, because College Street Kolkata has its own intentions and meanings, okay? LPI gone, huh? The account, yeah. क्या कर दिया LPI group को? Kushal Mehra takes only super chat. Okay. We know people like Abhay who are in his paid group and stuff. There he will have to push him on it. Kushal Mehra is a social democrat soul in a libertarian body. Libertarian body का तो कुछ libertarian angle होना चाहिए. He's libertarian only on free speech, I think. I read pressure groups in my school less than 5 years ago, and here I'm listening to a discussion about formation of a pressure group. That's why I said it's unfair. Yeah. Expecting dogs to be like dogs in army is, yeah. Also, Hindutva libertarian movement cannot be as sensitive. Exactly. We are not. Hindutva 1.0 has to be retired as soon as possible. And it will be automatically retired when a significant Hindutva 2.0 force comes up. The Hindutva 2.0 force right now is anonymous groups, anonymous people with cool AI generated DPs. We are going to change that right now. What criteria or benchmarks like subscribers, views would make you consider running this channel as a full-time media company, or is that not something you're considering? Not right now. Someday if it's big enough. Oh, also no one under 18 can be on this group. Yeah. Unfortunately, that will have to be enforced. Because dealing with minors, holy shit! If anyone wants to fuck with you, you'll seedha get a POXO case and you won't get bail. Subtitles, yes, we will do subtitles. Also, if a dog is tortured in security forces, wouldn't they be super stressed? No, you can get used to torture. In stress, how would they perform their assigned jobs? For example, Hidden, how do trainers train dogs to be officially biters to protect factories and stuff? Do you know? Or a lot of crazy people hire trainers to make their own dogs biters as well. Okay, I knew of a case where a single lady bought a Labrador, then turned it into a biter. Firstly, let me tell you the procedure of making it a biter. You have to repeatedly show it a biscuit or any food. What's it called? I forgot the exact term it's used for dogs. That anyway. So what a food item? You show it. It tries to take it away, and slap it once. Do that 1,000 times, day after day, hour after hour. That's how a dog becomes a biter. So that lady's Labrador became a biter, then went out of control. Obviously, because Labradors are the most friendly, and she asked her trainer, paid her trainer, to turn the most friendly dog into a crazy fucking biter. So she couldn't keep it anymore. Now that dog is leading the rest of its life in a fucking cage in an animal shelter. What a bitch, that woman. Let's not include minors. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not risking myself to POXO cases. Ashkacham, many atheists like friends of Pranav Radhakrishnan were unhappy with Hindu atheists like Kushal or Anand Ranganathan as they don't question religious notions, unlike revolutionary atheists. One more guy named Vimo sounds like beautiful, brilliant. This would be like that just channel kinda. This would be like that just channel videos. Kushal Mehra is pro free speech but won't be against SC/ST law. Oh yes, end of SC/ST laws as well. Opposes DEI but pro reservation. Yes, we will oppose reservation. Reasoning might be different. Feels like upper class conservative without disrupting status quo. Yes. What if the opinion of villagers is totally non-libertarian socialist, which is likely to be the case? No problem. We are not going to the villagers to debate them, bro. We are showing what's up with the villagers of Bengal. What are their concerns? We are not going to be preaching our ideas to them. This is the same with vegan activism. No, vegan activists never go to a rickshaw puller and say, "Why don't you have a bit of tofu, bro?" This is discourse is for whoever wants to open their ears to discourse. They have enough problems in their life already. उनको जाके libertarianism सिखाना नहीं है. We are not a social awareness group, okay? We are a pressure group for people who are giving lip service to issues and are in positions of power. Villagers are not in positions of power. Subtitles should be a must for documentary. Yeah. We must nurture that skill in the group across languages. Yes. Also, our Hindutva libertarian movement. Yeah, ये तो हो गया. Later, would you do college chapters disguised as book clubs, maybe? We can do college chapters directly, but there will be minors, right? At what age do you get into college? After 18, right? Anyone after 18 can be an official member of CSK Vanguard. Others, maybe fans can do it. Kush is also against gun rights. Is he? Libertarian. He essentially has RSS view, which believes in slow changes versus radical shift. No, I'm not opposed to slow changes. All I'm saying is, change करोगे तो भोसड़ी के at least. बोलो हाँ change चाहिए. If you are Kushal Mehra or an RSS guy today, and you say, yes, I want it to happen, and you give a timeline at least. Let's say I will see to it that it happens within the next 10 years. I'm satisfied. If you say that it's a bad thing, we will push you. If you say that the time is not right, maybe in 100 years, maybe after we are a first world country, etc., then we will push you. Reservation as a pressure valve hypothesis. इतना भाई caste preservation हो रहा है because of reservation that we cannot afford to go on with reservation. Treat. Yes, netizen. The term is treat. I forgot that term. Treat देके हटा लेना है, थप्पड़ मारना है, फिर से treat देना है, हटा लेना है, थप्पड़ मारना है. I'm asking because I don't know how. I do get a feeling that if you can run this as a well-funded podcast type policy discussion channel, it will become one of the biggest channels in India. Yes, Avinab, it will. But I don't want to be a a podcaster. I want to push a view. What can be the estimated age limit? Yes, minimum 18. Belgian Malanoia is a different beast. Saw that recent print article calling for a new left stop mourning the proletariat and organize the precariat as the new motto. Under 18s can form their own separate group till they are 18. Yeah, we are not going to be directly associated with them. It's going to be a fan group if at all they want it. They want to do something up with this. Don't you think involving adult women can also be a problem? Any mole can file all sorts of cases. Hence, phone numbers, no anonymity. But adult women will be a great weapon in tough situations as well. If the woman files fake molestation cases against a group member because they were a mole, we can't bank everything on that, because those sorts of things can be done by a guy as well. Okay. And if a guy, a male mole, says that we were discussing violence, the cases on you will be as strong as a molestation case. So we are not going to be completely safe anyway. Will you be going to villages of different parts of West Bengal, like north, south, Bangladeshi border villages, and in the west bordering Bihar, Jharkhand? Abhinav, yes, but where I get some contact in the first place. I'm not going to go there randomly one fine morning and say, "Hi guys, will you be willing to talk to me on the camera?" Okay, I will be in touch with relevant people in those places. So for now, the idea has come to my mind because a person from a particular place suggested this idea that why don't you do videos of this sort. So I built upon that idea and decided, let's build a team and let's do it like a beautiful travelogue documentary. It will be wrapped in a wrapper of bhromon kahinis, essentially travel logs. Okay, where we will be discussing politics. So it will be a classic Bengali thing. We are going on a trip and discussing politics, classic college street Kolkata things. SCST people on our group would be a great weapon for filing SCST Act. Yes. If any SCST people are against reservations, then great. I think our stats bro is an SCST. He would be a great weapon. Women-oriented laws are far more stricter. No. Molestation से ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं दे पाते हैं, क्योंकि उसके लिए उसको बहुत पैसा खर्च करना पड़ेगा. मोलेस्टेशन के लिए वैसे क्वाश भी हो जाता है ना. Kushal says that कब जाबे? I think November only. How many days left in this month? Maybe we can go this. Oh, I think we'll do it in October only. I'll talk to my contact there, okay? After we create the group, we'll finalize. No point delaying it till November. Because if this pilot project goes well, then we will talk to contacts in other regions as well. Kushal says that reservations must continue. They suffered for hundreds of years. But why should the entire country be punished? See, many people's ancestors have been punished for many, many decades and stuff for various reasons. Would Kushal be in favor of retributive justice for all of their descendants? Should we ask today's Muslims to pay up for our jizyas that our ancestors paid? What in the fuck? Just maintain one connects is at their one risk and their need to act like adults. That will be repeatedly reminded. In a group setting, at least we'll have others to vouch for it. Ideally, more than one woman and maybe an SCST. Yeah, but we can't target women on SCST because it's not going to be like we are going to be sacrificing our stances and diluting our stances just to have women or SCST. Molestation case by an SCST is basically a lifelong case. Yes. Dada, have you seen the news Bangla video on a political group in West Bengal called Bharat Mukti Morcha? No. Also, they never let us to highlight differences between Shudras, Dalits, Adivasis. Hindu ancestors were oppressed, so they should get reservations. Exactly. Did a 3-week SLRI project in Ilam Bazar as part of my MBA. My unofficial conclusion is that rural women are kept dependent on government doles for democracy purposes. Absolutely. That has been the classic argument of even the ANCAPs and minarchists as well. Reservations are so ridiculous as a concept. The ruling groups like Nagas in Northeast literally get SC, ST status. Polymerist, by the way, this is the main theme of Dipankar Gupta's book Interrogating Caste, no? कि हायरार्की भाई हर जगह पे सेम है नहीं. एक हायरार्की का इमेजिनेशन बना के तुम हर जगह पे सेम रिजर्वेशन देते फिर रहे हो. यहाँ पे ये ऊपर है, ये नीचे है, तो दूसरे गांव में वो ऊपर है, ये नीचे है. Brahmins as an entire group are more diverse than, yeah, that is the research of Declan Quigley. I don't know. Reading is highly encouraged, guys. Working out is encouraged. Okay. A person who can defend themselves in a debate and in a physical fight. Kamar pe shastra, sine pe shastra, and not actual shastra until the guns change. For now, shastra means combat sports. Don't the Sindhyas count as OBC? What the fuck? Holy shit. Is that true? अच्छा अगर है बढ़िया है. I don't want a SC/ST case against me now. I meant highest risk is if there's only one woman in the group. That will be the biggest possibility probably. I don't know any woman in our viewership who agrees with us on all of these things. Maybe Boichalidi who lives in the US. Well, I would ask you to see the video now if possible, if you can. It's very interesting. The News Bangla is the name of the channel. Manav Guha. Oh, Manav Guho. I see. Oh, then I'll check out. Yeah, I follow him on Facebook regularly. Then I'll come across it some other time. As leg day karna hai. I hate it, lol. But Polymerist, go ahead, because leg days are the biggest boosts to testosterone. I hope you know that, right? When you do leg workouts really well, all your other muscles, all your other body parts get increased. Will mysterious sociologist be a part? No, because you all will recognize him with his voice, no? So he can't risk that. You all must not find out his face. Best is, of course, if we are able to avoid a physical confrontation as well, right? That also falls. Absolutely, Neon. Absolutely. Running away is the first self-defense. If you can't run away, then, of course, guns. And even in our discussions in public places, our goal is not going to be confrontational, because that's not what we are there for. We are there to create discourse, generate discourse, listen to people, and see where exactly society lies. Because I bet we will find a lot of diversity in opinions, even on libertarian issues. Okay, maybe in some villages, if we frame our questions correctly enough, we will get libertarian answers. Let's say we ask a villager, "Sir, do you prefer Lokhir Bhandar, or would you prefer that you are rich enough to not need Lokhir Bhandar?" How many Bengalis are going to say, "Oh, no, I don't give a shit about self-dependence. I want Lokhir Bhandar"? The answer is a libertarian answer, right? Because the framing was that way. So we are not looking to confront people at all. We are not going to be preaching to villagers. And when we are actually debating people in college campuses and stuff, we are not going to be there to confront people. We are going to be going there to have a nice time, fun time. We are going to be nice people, well-behaved people. If they try to fuck with us, then I hope we will have SCSTs and women with us to file cases against them. And I'm planning to carry my lawyer with us in every such gathering. Is it that dangerous for Mr. Sociologist? Dangerous, Buxman, not in the sense of physical harm. Dangerous in the sense of his career getting completely torpedoed. Also, can I mail you my draft of gun laws? It's based on loopholes Assam is exploiting. No point sending to me. When we create a group and you meet us physically, then we can have these discussions. Man, imagine if we can turn Bajrang the Libertarian. Let me have a sip of coffee. भाई आज इतना बढ़िया डिस्कशन हो रहा है भोसड़ी के कॉफी खाना भूल गया. If you go to colleges, you should name it Turning Point Bharat. If we end up doing what we are looking to do, it's going to be a turning point for Bharat anyway. We don't even need to name it that way. The only politics most women are interested in is unfortunately feminism. No nuance. Yeah. And they have come up with the term Sanatani feminism, which means nothing. I explained the gist. Let's see, what's his comment? I explained the gist of the video in a previous comment of mine. It was terrifying and hilarious at the same time. I don't know what the BJP is doing to counter all these groups. Okay, Avinav, let's see what the gist was. Avinav, let's see, Avinav, please comment the gist once more, okay? I'm interested now. I'm getting curious. Dada, is showing and justifying hierarchies in animal kingdoms a proper way to justify some sort of necessary hierarchies in human societies, as many egalitarian? Arjun Chatterjee, that is a fact, whether you show it or not. That's just Satya. The problem is when you use the word necessary, that's when you will fall into a trap. Because when you say necessary, you mean you are advocating for hierarchies. You should not advocate for hierarchies. You should be saying that they are inevitable. The goal is not to dismantle hierarchies or create hierarchies. The goal is to create a free society where hierarchies will inevitably turn up. Never use the word necessary in the context of hierarchies when you are debating a commie. Kushal also says that reservations should end when SC themselves demand an end to it. It's like asking a drug addict when will. Charvaka 221. On the one hand, I think Kushal would say, I think fairly so, that it's unfair and almost casteist to compare SCs with junkies, but on the other hand, भाई इंसेंटिव स्ट्रक्चर काम करता है कि नहीं, की बोलो. लिबर्टेरियन अगर है कोई, उसको तो बढ़िया से पता है कि इंसेंटिव से होते हैं कुछ काम, डिसइंसेंटिव से कम होते हैं कुछ काम. तो अगर इंसेंटिव दिया जा रहा है एक चीज करने को, तो वो कैसे बंद हो सकता है? ये कैसा कॉल टू योर हाईएस्ट मॉडल्स है भाई? ऐसे कब चला था? तो आज तक तो वीगनिज्म कितना और भी पॉपुलर हो जाता. सारे के सारे लेफ्टिस्ट जो वीगनिज्म को डिफेंड करते हैं, सारे के सारे लेफ्टिस्ट एटलीस्ट वीगन क्यों नहीं है? मॉडल भाषणबाजी से नहीं होता है कुछ, सोसाइटी में कुछ नहीं होता है, अपने खुद की जिंदगी में भी नहीं होता है. तो हम मॉडल्स पे छोड़ दे कि हाँ हम इंसेंटिव देंगे तुमको एक्स करने के लिए. आई जस्ट होप यू डोंट डू एक्स. Meanwhile, it's screwing up the country because it goes on solidifying and encouraging people to be tied and married to their caste identities. Is that bad for the country or not? If you say that's not bad for the country, then yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't have to debate you. Then we are not even in the same discussion. I'm not saying you are a dumb fuck or something, but we are not talking about the same thing then. But if you agree that staying tied to your caste identity, encouraging caste politics in your region is bad for the country, then you must be absolutely opposed to reservations. In my opinion, the best books on libertarianism are two written by Rothbard. One is Ethics of Liberty and second is Libertarian Manifesto. You may not agree with all his points, but Rothbard was ANCAP, right? I ask these to my maids, guard dadas, etc. all the time. They all want to have dignity because they don't like it. Yeah, especially in Bengal Neon. A lot of people who are commies and they don't know that they are saying a non-commie thing are going on talking these days about Swabhiman, etc. So the time is pretty ripe for libertarianism. And there in lawyer in our group, not that I know of. Coffee khana betrayed your Bengaliness, bhai. Cheers to that. Now by turning point नाम दिला. अब वो tainted नाम है. Have you read Rothbard books? No. Do we also get to lecture police on how to do their work? Yeah, if you can afford your own lawyer to fight the police. But Shurab, guys, Shurab Das is one of the vocalists of Kaal Bhairav Ashtakam, okay? Dear friend, pretty much a libertarian as far as I know. Probably doesn't know that this view is called libertarianism, but he is in favor of free lesser taxes and government efficiency and economic prosperity, etc. And he's a very qualified tech bro as well. Shurab, you are free to join this group. I know, of course, you are too busy. You are probably too old for this project. So fair enough. I don't think so. The answer you will get is we are doing our own job and earning some money, and Lokir Bhandar is just some extra bucks. My mom takes Lokir Bhandar. She does not need it. Yes, but no one has framed it that way, right? And fair enough. Maybe some will not say that, but I bet you a lot of people will say what I argued they will say, okay? And that's where we will get beautiful data points. Which parts of West Bengal, which villages of West Bengal are ready for libertarianism or are unknowingly libertarian, and which are not. We'll get great data points. Feminism is only limited to tier 1 educated rich women. Village women just assume that how things already are. Village women are the ultimate counter to feminism. Yes, and it's for them that these laws are getting more and more and more pro-women. But it's just premature emulation and a flailing state of judiciary. They don't acknowledge the fact that those women don't have the resources to file a case. In Bengal, there's not that kind of casteism, so a caste group is not going to prevent her, but that's going to happen in other states. But in Bengal, you'll have the local party dada who will say that no, settle it outside. Why get the police involved and stuff? और लॉ बना के रखा है कि लड़कों का जिंदगी का सत्यानाश हो जाएगा. जिसके लिए बनाया है उसको पॉलिटिकल दादा आके बोलेंगे मत जाओ पुलिस स्टेशन में. तो वही तो प्रॉब्लम है. Therefore, we will be pressurizing intellectuals and politicians to change the laws and ask them, who the fuck is it helping? The goal is to establish common sense and a culture of prosperity in Bharat. Culture of prosperity, yes, but common sense is again a vague and subjective term. So, libertarianism has a long loop, which is non-trivial to get. Actually, hierarchies are organic. Essentially, it shouldn't be based on birth-based criterion. Yeah, and the way it always also see. Good point, Buxman. But the problem is, if the society does not go through repeated economic disruptions, eventually even the birth-based aspect of hierarchies is also inevitable. That will seep in, because at the end of the day, most parents who are really successful at their job will want their kids to join that profession. So that's how those hierarchies get solidified. Unless the economy is such, unless the switch is happening so fast that the job you are at is not even a lucrative job by the time your son or grandson is entering the workforce. That's how fast the economic disruptions have to be. That's the way to prevent birth-based hierarchies. It's led by a man called Ram Harsda. His main point during his public speech was, don't call us Hindus. Hindu is a gali for us. Call us ST. Yeah. They have some purchase, I know. Yeah. Team join Kurteshi. Welcome, Retrowave. So basically, Bhimta. Yeah. Will we have sparring sessions at physical meetups? For that, we will have to hire an MMA gym. The best way to do that is do it in a safe way in a boxing ring or an MMA ring. For that, we will have to draw up a legal agreement where no one is responsible if the other guy gets really hurt and stuff. But sparring sessions are, I think, pointless unless you are trained in combat sports. ऐसे हाथ चलाओगे उसके लिए sparring sessions काहे चाहिए? If you actually know combat sports, you are going to be doing sparring sessions in your combat classroom anyway. If you don't know combat sports, there's no point sparring with you anyway. So it will probably be a useless affair. We're not going to be teaching you combat sports. Indian leftists vegan नहीं है because not eating meat is Brahmanical. Yes, RSS के दल्ले बोलते थे vegans को. I remember Kushal discussing some stat where women reservation in elections led to an increase in women representation in that area, even when the reservations were lifted. Women reservation in election led to an increase in women representation in that area, even when the reservations. Great, yeah. See, and we know what women reservation in politics means. It means that their husband will be running the show. Ask Kushal, isn't right to freedom of speech without the right to bear arms just a bad joke? On a super chat, bro freaked out. फ्रीक आउट करके क्या बोला कि नहीं फ्री स्पीच बढ़िया है, पुलिस आके बचा लेगा तुमको जब भी किसी को गाली दोगे. Since Hindutva became a political reality, Jatitva, language wars used as fight against Hindutva. Hindutva is not equipped or dare enough to fight against caste reservation. Hindutva 1.0 is not equipped because Hindutva 1.0 essentially believes on the leftist premises regarding caste. कि हाँ बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत खराब एक चीज हुआ था, यूनिकली इंडिया में ही हुआ था, बहुत खराब ही हुआ था, albeit, मगर अब आज के हिंदूज को ब्लेम करना छोड़िए और कुछ रेट्रिब्यूटिव जस्टिस भी दे देते हैं और देखते हैं उसके बाद हम कैसे एक साथ हाथ मिला के देश के लिए कुछ कर सके. We are going to be disagreeing with the premise itself. It was some uniquely evil Indian or Hindu thing, first and foremost, and we have absolutely credible fucking research to back that claim up. Secondly, if we talk about retributive justice, where are my jizya pensions? Give the group some obscure, edgy and cool name like a metal band. I think CSK Vanguard works. Niruda learned it the hard way. Fulisher bachano, fulisher marar theke. Pradhan Pati in Panchayat. Yeah. It would be better to collect money from people to organize MMA lectures. MMA lectures? That would be a nice idea. We could get some... But I don't know any MMA trainer in Kolkata who's that good of a speaker. Oh, there is RJ Orko, who is an MMA trainer and an RJ, so he would probably be a good speaker. But the best ones, the people I find best, they are not very good speakers. I think they would not be that great speakers. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a very nice idea. पूलिंग मनी, जिसके लिए अभी डायरेक्ट अभी पैसे चाहते लगेंगे, वो सब बात के लिए छोड़ो, ठीक है? We don't even know how many people will join the group. So there's some secret society being created. It's not going to be a secret society. We are going to know each other's phone numbers, and we are not going to say anything which, if leaked, gets us into trouble. We will say things which, even if are leaked, will not get us into trouble. We will be advocating for policy, discussing things, and meeting up every now and then to do discussions and a particular project I'm going to be embarking upon. Not happening in Kolkata anytime soon because there are no taxpayers. There's a protest going on in Bengaluru that they're refusing to pay taxes. They are not getting proper service for the same. No, income tax is for the central government. Their local issues are for the municipal government, which they don't really complain about, do they? In Bangalore, at least you can go to the municipality office and say that, bro, kahe ye kya road bana diya hai? If you do that here, you will get beaten up. We have missed the opportunity of disruption by industrialization. Yeah, Ashkacham, yes. अभी भी नहीं हो सकता है लेबर लॉज के लिए, वो भूमिपुत्र लॉज के लिए. और हाँ, भूमिपुत्र लॉज का भी स्ट्रिक्ट अपोजिशन. ओके, Dada, can we still pursue our goals and ambitions? Right, I'm currently still in college, but I have entrepreneurial ambitions. Like I want to get rich and make people around me rich as well. What do you mean by can we still pursue? Are you saying that you will you will work with us so much that those ambitions will get hampered, or are you saying that India or West Bengal will be in such a place that your ambitions will get hampered? In both the cases, it's probably a no. In West Bengal, it's going to be tougher. You'll have to be a little more corrupt, a little more sleazy and shrewd to find your way, and you won't be as successful as the entrepreneurs elsewhere, but you will be a successful entrepreneur by the metrics of West Bengal at least. I lost about 20 viewers in the last 10 minutes, probably when I talked about free speech. The problem with our draconian SCST and women-centric laws is that these are overcompensation for enforcement deficit. Yes, absolutely. That 99% 1% प्रॉब्लम अब है. बैंडेड के चक्कर में असली चीज ठीक नहीं करेंगे, बैंडेड को और स्ट्रांग, मतलब एक्सीडेंट में हाथ टूट के पड़ा हुआ है, उसके ऊपर बैंडेज लेयर के ऊपर बैंडेड दिए जा रहे हैं, मगर हाथ अभी भी लटक रहा है यहाँ से. I'd be glad to join as long as it's not going to get me fired from my why the fuck? Who the fuck in your company, which is based in another country, gives a shit about you joining a libertarian meetup group in Kolkata, bro? Yeah, Sharia doesn't like Buddha calling me old. Yeah, you are pretty old for my in comparison to my viewers, Saurabh. Honest opinion, we should focus the first few months getting everyone who volunteers up to par before challenging others, a few qualified ones. No, the first thing is creating the group, knowing each other by real names and real phone numbers. Second part is, which will happen probably this month only, going to that place and starting shooting off that documentary. Let's say I'll be taking my car, the camera guy will be there with me, and 2 others, maybe 3 others can fit. So if 3 others accompany me and my camera guy for that video, for the documentary, that would be great. If some more people can join, that would be even more fun. You all can pool some money together and hire another car to go with us, behind us, okay, or in front of us. Lead the way. The more the people show up in such situations, the better. Sorry. Gautam, please repeat your comment, okay? Observer saying, Dada, on his Satyajit Ray, गांव में घूम के मूवी बनाना. Except we'll be doing the opposite. We'll be not showing garibi. We'll be showing how people are garib, but in their hearts are libertarian. We need bureaucratic police and judicial reforms urgently. Yes, we will formulate specific talking points and push them in the faces of politicians and intellectuals. Can you prefer Saturday, Sunday for physical meetups? Yeah, of course. I meant that I can do both simultaneously, right? I'm very non-BBK when it comes to community. I'm very sold to the fact that I want to be part of a group that props each other up. Hate BBKs. Yeah. Why can't you do that simultaneously? Yeah, but depends on where you are. It will be a little tougher in West Bengal. Dada, there's a group of young center right-wing named Center for Hindu Conservatism Studies, both in X and Substack. They're anti-socialist and free market supporter. Great. Not just in municipal office, we can vent our frustration anywhere. Anywhere से तो municipal वाले नहीं देखेंगे, काम तो करना है municipality को ही. Unless you repeatedly tag and shame their Twitter handle. Bangalore corporation's elections are long due. We have no corporator representing us. Oh wow. तो और भी बढ़िया है. Beyond having people who fight and speak, welcome and address. Excuse me. We need the good speaker to evangelize the idea and lead to the good teachers. We don't need good speakers. If good speakers happen to join, that's great, because I don't know any of you personally, right? I don't know if you are good speakers or not. If good speakers join, yeah, great. But if not, we will turn each other into good speakers. That's the point here. Other, what was the difference between difference in Spanish or Portuguese caste system and our Varna Jati Vyavastha? And did that hierarchy come into existence because of Catholic teachings Islam? No. Hierarchies are inevitable. Let's say आज भी कमी बीबी के जो, don't they look down upon some people for some reason or the other? Conceptually speaking, understand what castes are. Castes are exclusive status groups with their specific consumption patterns. That is all. And there are always, everywhere, exclusive groups based on status hierarchies with their own consumption patterns. A football fan club, Harry Potter fan club, everywhere you go. Okay? A group of friends who are metal fans looking down upon people who listen to hip-hop, Punjabi music, all those things are castes. These are in very miniature situations, obviously. The caste system that we talk about usually, which allegedly happened only in India, only because of Hinduism, that was on a large scale, on a societal basis. But similar things with other names existed everywhere in the world because they are inevitable. What are we going to be doing with this group? It's going to be a caste. For example, the word Samaj. You know, it's in Bengali, Samaj means society, but everywhere else in the country, Samaj means caste, right? Why did Brahmo Samaj name their group Samaj? They knew it was going to be a caste. They were a closed group with their own consumption patterns, and they did even endogamy amongst themselves. Okay. It ended up being a caste. So ours is absolutely going to be a caste in the end. Right now we don't have the same consumption patterns probably, but let's say if this group goes on for 50 years, it's going to be a caste. We will have our own consumption patterns. We will look down upon, or let's say keep other people who don't buy into our consumption patterns, keep them at a distance. That's a caste. If it's based on status, it might be on status someday. If it's distorted enough, because that's not our point really, that's not our goal really, it might end up being that way. So these are inevitable things. So Niruddha wait. Samaj means society in Telugu too, if I remember. I see. Also more than women or SCST, rich people are more important. Hope we get. Yeah. It's difficult to debate a commie on caste It's difficult to debate a commie on caste because you have not read up on caste or listened to our live streams. On one hand, they say, Navneet, I have a separate playlist called Caste Papers. Go through all of them. You'll never lose a debate with a commie ever again on caste. I guarantee you. Anyway, it's difficult to debate a commie on caste. On one hand, they say Hinduism doesn't exist and it's just a collection of castes. On the other hand, that's a retarded argument, right? So it should be easy to defeat them. Samaj means community, also caste in Kannada. Anna, since you believe in free speech and expression, do you think there should be freedom to publish books which give guides on doing R-word, murder, etc.? No, there are calls for violence. Why should they be allowed? I'm not a pro fighter. From sparring, I'm implying preparing ourselves to not be shocked if we ever end up in a fight-like situation. But yeah, if you are getting that training elsewhere anyway. And if you are not an officially a trainer, etc., we are not going to be encouraging other people to spar with you. If you have an institution and stuff, we will probably encourage our people to go to your institution and learn from you, but not in our gatherings. Commies I know don't even want to debate on task. Do you mean on cast? कुछ भी बोल दो दिल पे ले लेते हैं. Oh yeah, I'm a rich bunt or a rich bunt. What about people of other states? Dinakar, for other state people, do the online thing for us first and foremost. Be very, very active on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Post repeatedly. Debate anybody and everybody you can lay your eyes on these issues. No matter right-wing intellectuals, right-wing politicians, prime minister, chief ministers, left-wing intellectuals, leftist politicians, chief ministers, every fucking buddy, push them on these issues. That's what you can do for us and for the country through this group online. As for physically, you can create a chapter in your own state with your own state people. Maybe find them out from this group. Comment that, hey, I'm from this state. I want to create a CSK Vanguard in this state. That way. There's a group of, right? Yes, challengers. So what? You keep telling me of different groups and their names. So what? I'm not going to be collaborating or going around inviting people. Okay. I'm done trying to go around convincing people by begging them. Right now I'm creating a group where I have a set of ideas. If you agree with me, you join me. This low caste thing is also quite crazy. There's this community in North Kerala which says it was oppressed by Brahmins, but looking back at records, they have possessed more lands than Brahmins. Yeah, because the definition of oppression is what they are getting at. No, so you'll have to know their premises. Their premise is that yes, land is an economic capital, but if you are not allowed to, let's say, sit beside them, then that was a cultural oppression, and that showed the lack of cultural capital for this group who allegedly had more land. So it's a social capital and cultural capital issue, not an economic capital issue. So the premise, the real argument here would be define oppression first. I mean, for collaboration and broader, let them come to me. You tell them we are creating a group. Will you join? Not collaboration alliance. They'll have to join our group, agree with our terms. Chapter reminds me of NEERAJAN, I'll join. Please give us more info. Yeah, I'll be giving out. I'll be finding out a way to create a WhatsApp group. CSK won't go well with us, Bengaluru folks. No, see, we are not going to be encouraging language warriors anyway. So the idea for the idea of the name of CSK is what it is, and you are going to be doing a Bengaluru chapter of CSK. So, or you can just copy my idea and do a similar thing. Who's stopping you? I won't be in it, of course. This live stream is addictive. I have to sleep to wake up early to prepare for my exam, but unable to leave. This is just a discussion live stream. I'm excited how addictive the artwork by Dada will be. Joining के लिए IQ test रखो. और कितना casteism. I was talking to my barber in Bengaluru the other day. He used the words for Samaj to mean his caste, right? And how that call for violence is immediate threat. How is publishing such books? Because you are teaching people how to do violence. Even higher Brahmins were not allowed to dine, touch a Nambutri. Yes, they can be second order, third order arguments. But the first argument is hey, Komi, is your premise even correct? By community, I mean like-minded people who want to stick together and not be afraid to stand up for each other, no matter how good we can. Never trust the state to have our backs. Neon, I think you probably know this. I'll just remind you. You might think, oh yeah, that is right. Which is, people who are rich enough know this anyway. No rich person, no entrepreneur is hoping that Mamata Banerjee looks after his business. They will bribe anybody necessary. They'll have their community and go ahead, do their business. The problems are created so much in West Bengal, which is way more than the problems created elsewhere. That's why our entrepreneurship lags behind. That's all. Small section of those people are KYK obsessed, spiritual bullshitters. Who Ashkacham? Kodagu Dakshina. The state to have our backs is socialism itself. The state can take care of governance and we can take care of ourselves. Yes. Now, the commie will tell you, Retroiv, that governance includes basic human rights, like Bernie Sanders declares everything to be a basic human right. Lokri Vandar is a basic human right according to him. Samaj in Sanskrit is group community. When it was school professional groups started calling themselves Samaj, later that became their caste. Now there's an obsession. Yeah. My wife. So books on bomb manual also call for violence books, though they don't talk of doing violence. Yes. If guns are illegal, having bombs are illegal, why should you be learning how to make a bomb? Dada, so when do we meet? Ota kabe thik habe. Right after we create the WhatsApp group, and let's see how many people even join the group, what kind of professions they are in, do all of them prefer Saturday and Sunday and stuff, those sorts of things. And then we meet one day at some cafe maybe, and after that we start with that project. This was a pretty short and tight live stream. I think all the points have been discussed. So let's get to creating that WhatsApp group now. How can a gun or bomb manual be illegal? ऐसे तो डिफेंस R&D भी illegal हो जाएगा. No, defense R&D तो government का काम है, or if some specific company is trying to do it, the company will have to do their own R&D. They are not going to be picking up a book from the airport and finding out, hey, how to make a bomb. I'm all in for it. Even distance isn't an issue. Great. Navneet, are you from Kolkata? Is the group you are talking about only for Bengal? I joined in the middle. Okay. Repeating again. If you are in Kolkata, then yes, you will be doing the online activities and the physical meetups and the documentaries we are going to be shooting. If you are from elsewhere, you can create a CSK Vanguard chapter branch in your own state or city or village or mofussil. If not, even if you just want to join online, you are going to be a valuable asset in debating and pushing our arguments, the stances we have on various issues on platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and repeatedly asking right-wing, left-wing intellectuals and politicians that why aren't you doing this? And when people in the comment section or they themselves say that no, this is a bad idea, you will be countering them for as long as it takes until they block you or stop replying, and even their followers stop replying. You will go on with the debate and go on and on and on. Okay, don't let them breathe. This is a pressure group. Create a pressure for them to create laws or change laws according to the things we believe in. I met a guy from Kolkata recently, just as I started talking about politics. This is what he said. We are all waiting. Oh my God. Okay. We are not going to be saying these things in our groups, okay? You will be immediately kicked out. My dad used to be close aide of Harshvardhan Nyotia to the point that he would carry cartons full of money to CPM headquarters once, and then his friends again did the same. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm Mallu dude who joined you that day. Oh, अच्छा. अरे तो भाई डीपी कब का है? डीपी में तो ऋषभ शेट्टी बन के आए थे. यहाँ पे क्या छोकरा फकबॉय का जमाने का डीपी लगा के रखा है. Case in point regarding your statement about rich people, Bernie no longer protests against Disney slave labor since they were yeah. The issue with Bengal in terms of networking is commies man-to-man marking prevents networking mindset right from college, much more organic. Yeah, and to be fair, Barbadika, most of them since their college days are actually convinced of commie ideas. See, if we are having so many strong disagreements with Kushal Mehra, तो commie or a potential commie studying in Bengal, uska kya hal hoga? Dada, could you give me some tips to develop debating skills? Yes, we will. I'll do a live stream specifically on that. Probably the day after Kali Puja or Diwali. I'm supposed to do a podcast with an MLA. Let's see when that gets set up. That's supposed to happen after Diwali. Maybe on the same day. He's going to do it for only half an hour. I'm planning to do a full discussion on just debating. Our reference point will be Ben Shapiro's book on debating. It's a very short book. You can read up that book yourself as well, and we will be reading that and discussing that from the live stream as well. It's hardly a 30 or 60 page book. Okay, how to debate commies or communists and destroy them. That's the name of the book. Please let's not be moronic martyrs. Okay, guys, that won't get us anymore. I guess you'll need some admin to moderate WhatsApp. Many people would say goofy stuff. Yeah. Gautam Varun, the hope is that we won't have too much goofy stuff because it's not going to be a group full of anonymous people. your name and your phone number has to be visible. So if anybody takes screenshots, your phone number will be visible that, yes, see, this was the guy who was saying the goofy stuff. Guys, we won't be calling for any kind of violence or stuff like that. That's how you get read. Yeah. No self-respecting guy puts a clean shirt. I meant college commies keep track of non-commies in college as well, so prevents them from debating. And I don't know about that in Kolkata, because in Kolkata there are not many non-commies. Whoever are non-commies, they are not up for debating really. They are happy with their lives and money and girlfriends, etc. So yeah, this is usually done, but I'm not sure that this is a very significant infrastructure that they have, the commies of Kolkata. Rishabh is saying, but it's so much more fun to insult commies than to debate them. One was saying that images projected on the sea link in Mumbai is ugly. I said that we will, when you get something equivalent in Kolkata in 100 years, you can keep it classy. Ben Shapiro's wife is a doctor, by the Commie MLA? No. Former commie. Okay then. That should be the end of our discussion, right? I think we have reached a fruitful place. When are you doing Machinery of Freedom book stream? Oh, bhai, bhul hi gaya. Pretty soon. देखते हैं, resume करना पड़ेगा. Every time I do that stream, I lose a bunch of subscribers. बहुत annoying है. Ban cars, yes. Do you think India is mostly suffering from intellectual dishonesty from both left and non-left? Intellectual dishonesty from left, from the right, it's stupidity, not intellectual dishonesty. Excuse me. They genuinely believe in the stupid ideas. The left believes in other things, but argues for other things. Okay then. Thanks a lot for joining the live stream, guys. We'll create the WhatsApp group by today or tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you all in that group. Let's go ahead. Let's push Hindutva 2.0. Let's make Hindutva 2.0 a reality. Hope you join Vanguard, CSK Vanguard. Thank you, guys. Good night.
যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায়, তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। যদি আলো না ধরে, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে, যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে, তবে বজ্রানলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো।